of Iowa has levied fines against a Correctionville, Iowa healthcare facility after a state report found that facility left a woman at a homeless shelter after she reported forced sexual acts.
And those allegations are now under criminal investigation by the Woodbury County Sheriff. KTIV's Matt Hoffman has a copy of the state report and citation. He has more tonight on this developing investigation, but we want to warn you the content of the story may not be appropriate for all viewers.
According to a report from the Iowa Department of Inspections, Appeals, and Licensing, that's DIAL, the resident was discharged into a homeless shelter 1 day after a nurse at Correctionville Specialty Care reported discussing the sexual abuse allegations in a leadership meeting. The facility is facing fines totaling more than $45,000, but according to DIAL, those fines are currently suspended. And we just want to warn you again, the content of this story may be disturbing. According to the report, the resident of Correctionville Specialty Care reported the following, quote, "With his right hand, the staffer grabbed the back of her neck, pulled her hair, and shoved her head into his lap," end quote. While the resident couldn't recall the exact date of the incident, state investigators determined the staffer worked on October 12, 2023, and that it rained that night, something the victim reported. In the report, a nurse said the leadership team discussed the resident's abuse allegations on October 24, 2023, about 12 days after the incident. In the report, the regional coordinator said they did not talk about the allegations at that meeting, but the resident was abruptly discharged to a homeless shelter the next day. Investigators found the resident was only given 30 minutes to pack and had to dump some of her items because the homeless shelter only allowed 2 bags worth. Workers at the shelter also complained because they said they weren't equipped to handle someone from a specialty care facility. The report found that the woman was admitted to the hospital the night she was left at the shelter. In the report, facility officials say the resident's transfer had been planned all along. But the investigators found that while the resident was supposed to be transferred eventually, that transfer was supposed to be to a rehab center, not a homeless shelter. According to the report, the facility's administrator at the time confronted the victim and accused the victim of trading sexual favors for cigarettes. According to an interview with police referenced in the report, the victim reported that the staff member sent the victim a video of the staff member masturbating. A representative for Correctionville Specialty Care denied our request for an on-camera interview. As for its violations, DIAL found the facility should have some of its penalties increased threefold because of past Class 1 and 2 violations. DIAL also found a violation for not immediately reporting the incident and a violation of a section meant to prevent resident abuse. Now, the report says the facility did call state authorities on October 24th, the day of that leadership meeting, but they didn't do so until 9:35 that night. Matt Hoffman, KTIV News 4.
While the facility declined an on-camera interview, they sent us a general statement, and it reads in part, quote, "We launched an extensive internal investigation into this matter and have taken immediate action to ensure the safety of our residents. Involved parties are no longer employed by care initiatives," end quote. You'll be able to read the full statement on our website, KTIV.com.